I'm sure you've heard many times before, our attitude determines our altitude, and it is critical to our level of success in business and in life. So much has been said about attitude, but how can we really cultivate a positive attitude? I'm Troy Holder, the Profit Making Coach, and I want to share with you very simple, practical ways to enhance your positive attitude so that you can have a better quality of life and you can experience the joy of being positive. Many people can fake your actions, but your attitude manifests what's really taking place in your head, in your heart, and deep into your soul. Your attitude highlights the real you and what is happening with you. Now, some of us have the ability to put on a facade and we're able to adapt different personalities based on situations, but your attitude is going to highlight the real you. And this is very important to understand, because if you have a negative attitude, it's often because you're not expecting anything good to happen to you. You're not expecting anything good to happen for you. And we have to be very, very careful. If that negative attitude continues to exist, what will happen? It moves you from a point of being distressed to a point of depression, to a point of hopelessness, and you really don't want to go there, because it starts then to cover you like a dark mass of cloud. And when you start to feel as though no matter what is happening, you're not getting through, nothing is working for you, everyone seems to be getting ahead, and it seems as though you're being left behind, we have to be very mindful that to remain in such a state is deadly. Many people have given up on their dreams, have given up on their desires, have given up on life because of a negative attitude that was left unchecked. But the good news is this: you don't have to remain in that state. And I want to share with you some of the things that I have found to be very useful to overcome that negativity and to maintain a positive attitude and a positive outlook. Doing such have helped me to continue to look forward for what is to come. One of the ways that I have used for many years to remain positive is to be thankful, to be grateful for what I have. And I'm not speaking about the material things, I'm speaking about things that money can't buy. Things like love, things like happiness, family, and good health. Appreciating what I have accomplished, acknowledging the true friendships and partnerships that have brought about changes in my life. I also give thanks for the connections and the influences that has brought about significant transformations to my life, that has helped me to move from one level to the next. It's amazing what happens when you adopt an attitude of gratitude, when you become thankful and grateful for what you have. This is one of the greatest ways to defeat a negative attitude and a negative outcome. You start to realize that there's so much that you have, that whatever it is that's causing you to feel so negative and down and dreary and lost and hopeless and with despair, that it's really not worth it. But I can hear some saying, hey Troy, that's all fine and dandy, but it's not as easy to do as it sounds. And the reality is, it's not as easy to do, nor is it as hard to do. Like every effort, every decision that you make is easy to do it, and it's just as easy not to do. That is why I always take the time to remember my past successes. Success leaves clues. So as I'm remembering what I did, well, the level of success, how it came about, how I felt, how those who were involved in this success are with me, how they felt, it brings a special joy, because I'm remembering and I'm starting to get excited. I start to feel good knowing that I was able to achieve something of significance. What would happen if you start to remember your successes and you go back to that place and look at what you did, how you did it, the reason why you did it, and start to match that, because success leaves clues. You'll be surprised to see how you're able to match that which you've done before And now that you have more knowledge and more understanding and more wisdom and more experience and more resources and more connections, you can now start to maximize those clues to take you to your next level of success. Because when you're successful, you're not going to have to worry about the negative attitude, because success brings joy. There are parts of our brain that are stimulated, that releases those chemicals that cause us to feel really good about ourselves. That is what happens with success. And that is what's going to require to help you to adopt a very positive attitude. But it doesn't finish there. So I've told you so far about the importance of being grateful and thankful. I've told you about the joy of remembering your past successes and how that can help to catapult you into your next level of success that's going to bring you a renewed joy and a renewed positive attitude to life and to business and to people or situations around you. The third way that I have found very helpful to maintain a very positive attitude is to have a very positive outlook. Start to dream and dream really big. Start to look into the future. Start to think of what it's going to be like, what your next success is going to be like. Start to imagine it, because what your mind can conceive, you can create. When others are complaining about all of the negative things around them, I continue to dream big, and I then continue to align my actions with my dreaming so that I can go from where I am here right now to that place of dreams, that place of desired lifestyle, that place of positive energy. The fourth way I remain very positive is to surround myself with people who are visionaries, who are positive in their outlook. I understand the power of influence. I understand how a positive attitude is going to charge the environment with positive energy. The words and the actions and the behaviors are all going to be positive. So when you're surrounding yourself with people who are always positive, you start to feel it. It's like walking into a room that is positively charged. Even if you're having a bad day, you walk into the room and you see a beautiful smiling face, you see a cheerful personality, you're hearing words of affirmation, you're hearing words of encouragement. You start to feel different because the environment that you are in is positively charged. But I'll tell you this, if you make the mistake of surrounding yourself with people who are all dream killers, who are all about doom and gloom, who can only see the darkness, who can only see the negative in every situation, I'm telling you right now, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're going to feel hopeless and you're going to give up. Many times you may be giving up right on the brink of your significant breakthrough. Right at the point of time when the situation is about to change, you would have given up because of the kind of people you've surrounded yourself with. Another way that I've found to be very useful for me is self-talk. Yes, in the Caribbean we often say, if you're speaking to yourself, it's a sign of craziness. But my take on that is okay to yourself. It's even okay to answer yourself back. But if you find yourself saying, pardon me, well, we know we got a challenge. But self-talk is important, speaking to yourself. You hear your own voice. You continue to affirm your belief. You continue to affirm your dreams. You continue to affirm what it is that you are working towards. I spend lots of hours in self-talk when no one is around, where I'm just sitting, I'm speaking my dreams into existence, because I understand that there's power in my words, that the words I speak that are going to bring about a change in my attitude, which is going to bring a change in my actions, which is going to bring about a change in my situations. This is very powerful, and I want you not to take it lightly, but to start to look at implementing these practices that I'm sharing with you. You have a choice to make today. You can determine from this day forward that you're going to be positive, or you can determine that you're going to be negative, and you are going to spend your time complaining, blaming everyone for the situations that you're in, blaming the politicians, blaming the economy, blaming your family, blaming your gender, blaming your level of education, blaming your lack of resources. I know that wherever you are in life, the point that you're at, there are individuals who were at one point in a situation that was more dire than yours, was more lonely and more depressed years, but they chose not to stay in that position, and they got up. They implemented the appropriate strategies and tactics. They got help where they needed help, and they moved forward, and they are now shooting stars. Today is your day, but it has to start with you. It has to start with what you're thinking, what you're believing, and what you are speaking. If I could be of any help to you, feel free. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to help you. I'm all about informing, inspiring, and guiding. I'm happy to share with you. All you need to do is to connect with me, and I will show you the pathway that you can use to take your life from being dismal and being depressed and feeling hopeless to a life of joy and happiness, where the business and the brand and your message to the world is amplified, and you are able to live the life that you truly desire.